Timberlands, cardiac, pockets fat, overweight. Big poppin' shit that it clan through. Panoramic, my bitch got a glass roof. We pull up with them sticks like that bamboo. Yeah, I put my mans on what your mans do. Your mechanic, but I got a lot of tools. When you come from that zoo, you know how to move.
Man, I'm 35 and I'm going crazy because I'm so happy, man. You know, I could have had a heart attack before 30. Like a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying? But I pushed through, I persevered, stuck to the plan, and I kept grinding. I'm still grinding, you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna quit.
Days as a small and humble firewall company with its first.
Whoa! Yeah, the fat part. Finally on the plane, on my way to Vegas, man. I was so happy they had the World Cup playing on the plane. I did not expect it, so it was awesome. I was so surprised to see that they had a casino in the airport. As soon as I arrived at the hotel, MGM Grand, there was a lot of Indiana Hoosier fans there. It's like they had some sort of alumni meetup or something. I don't even know what that was about, but they were making a lot of noise, chanting. Had to be at least 1,000 deep. Man, this hotel was so huge. Everything in Vegas was huge. I wasn't expecting the scale of things to be the way it was. It was quite a lot to take in. Even the size of my hotel room, man. Could fit 4 beds in that thing, just for me. You know, it was dope. I was happy. I wasn't happy with this view though. This view is trash. The view sucks. The bathroom was alright too. Nice size. I didn't bring bubble bath mix, but I did chill in the tub a bit. This is what I'm here for. A cybersecurity conference. That was my trick, to mix business and pleasure on my birthday trip. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I ended up doing a lot of exploring in Vegas. I enjoyed it. And a lot of food exploration. My first time eating In-N-Out burger. This was the #1 food, believe it or not. I was excited to try.
Try In-N-Out burger. It's cold as shit though. It's a double. I mean, being that it's cold, not bad. Not bad. Cold fries. Typical. But a little soggy, so that's good. The Crack Shack.
This was the second burger joint I tried. Crack Shack.
The Senior Croquet from the Crack Shack.
This was probably the best burger I had in
Looks
Vegas.
fucking crazy. It's so big. I
This
ordered
particular one.
3 sandwiches because I didn't know they was gonna be crazy like this. This joint got a sunny side up egg in it, bacon, and a fried crispy chicken. This is good. So this is sandwich number 2. This is the Firebird from the Crack Shack. Looks pretty good, I must say. I'm not a big fan of pickles, but we'll see.
So both of the burgers from the Crack Shack were outstanding. The final burger, not so much. But these first 2 burgers were outstanding. I never had a chicken sandwich that was like that. They were bangers.
I like their food. It's not too much taste, you know? It's enough. They don't put too much salt. It's a good thing. I won't say I'm shocked, but I'll say I'm impressed. So I'm actually enjoying the American food out here. There's so much food out here. You know, so much different cuisines. It's like everything is here. I never knew Vegas was like this now. Like I didn't know. Like, it's one of those places you don't gotta go anywhere else. Everything is here. It's America in miniature. It snows here, it gets hot here. I guess they don't have a beach, but they have pools. Amusement park. I'm probably eating a lot today because I ordered too much food and I don't have a fridge. For the finale, for the trifecta, this is the hangover sandwich from the Crack Shack, Vegas. I don't have a hangover. I don't drink anymore. Presentation was bad, but we're gonna flip it. We're gonna flip it. A lot of this stuff leaked in the bag, but you can't see it through the bag. But it's like, you see what I'm saying? It all spilled in the bag. Well, let's go ahead and get it. Wow. This sandwich is very interesting because it's really just biscuit, sausage, and egg. Like, really. But the sausage remind me of the sausage from UK. It's very soft. And yeah, it's very soft. I don't know how I feel about this sandwich. Good thing I saved it for last. I don't gotta eat it. That's a wrap. Vegas 1.0.
So this is me getting ready for the first day of the Palo Alto, cybersecurity firewall conference. I had just bought that shirt. I put on some weight, so I had to buy some new clothes to go out there. This was actually a casual event, Didn't need to dress up at all, but I wanted to make sure on the first day I was very presentable. Just as a precaution, and, it's okay to overdress, but this was just moderate dressing. That's how I used to dress to work every day when I used to go in the office. What was crazy was that to walk from my room to the conference is about half a mile. So I ended up getting in a lot of steps when I was in Vegas. I think I was doing 15,000 plus steps a day, walking to and from the conference, plus walking all around the strip. So I felt like, I was going to eat. This was my first breakout session. A little bit of a recap on that. Nothing interesting unless you went to cybersecurity, firewall, and all that shit.
But at least I know I'm vulnerable, as opposed to, I don't know.
See a real nigga when I look in the mirror. So my plan was to walk the entire strip, but the first 2-3 days of the conference was just too insane. I just had too many breakout sessions, labs, and I had to prepare for 2 exams. So I pretty much only walked the strip, I would say, within like a 1 mile radius. But I was still taken aback by the scale of things. Like, Vegas is absolutely lit. It's like an adult playground. Anything you can imagine is there. You just have to find it. But everything is there for sure.
Some crack shack, 5-piece.
This 5-piece was alright, it was decent.
Looks good. Got the taste tested now. All right, let's go ahead and test this out. This is a thigh. It's pretty good. First thing that comes to my mind, not too much taste, and the batter is pretty crispy, It's pretty good, It's pretty good. Good crunch. I'm going to try with a little bit of pineapple mustard. It goes. This is good. They did something with the chicken where it kind of melts in your mouth. I welcome it. It has a very different taste. It doesn't taste like black people fried chicken, That drumstick. Go ahead and test that out.
Unfortunately, no, my mother-in-law and I don't want to get to America, we should go, we should only go. That was your only scam.
So we're gonna try their wings. Was good. I wish this stuff was a little spicy, but I probably could have asked for that. There's no spice on it. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I just like spicy. But it tastes good. It's a good profile. It's just like Southern fried chicken. The batter is very good. Good crunchiness on the skin. And overall, the chicken kind of melts in your mouth. You know, you don't gotta chew it too much. It's dope.
So this is the official day 2 of the conference. And you see there's a celebrity there hosting the event. Hassan Minaj, the comedian, Comedy Central host. Pretty funny guy. His humor is pretty sharp.
I made that up. It was here in Vegas, but there's no drama.
It didn't really feel like he did much
How many of you actually
hosting.
attended the very first Ignite 2012? Yes, you got a few hands. All right. How many here cybersecurity practitioners from around
But it was
the world
cool, you know, seeing him there.
in this
While I was at the conference, I ran into one other celebrity, Rob Parker. If you're familiar with, like, you know, sports analysts, ran into Rob Parker on the strip. I think that was on my first day. Dude was just walking, and a bunch of black guys was like talking shit to him, and he was really cool and chill about it. And he was taking pictures with people and shit. It was cool.
Now there's some people here, you know, I hope back home watching over the store. Now, for those of you that are here today.
See how many nerds were there. So many nerds. So many people, yo. This was probably the #1 class I was excited for. It's called Cyber Range. It's like an all-day class. I was in this class for like 6 hours on this day. It was a pretty good class, and the teachers, the 3 guys that were teaching and leading it were very good. I learned a lot about how people attack people using DNS.
Now, what do you think? Like, not threat, like not known, but you went through wildfire. Moves from one road to another road.
I got a chance to catch up on the World Cup during the break times. But this day was really insane. Like,
So we have fishing.
it was like being in school.
Are we protected for fishing or not?
And this was the closing. I don't know what you want to call it. It wasn't the closing of the conference, but it was like the closing keynote. Yeah. So afterward, I would hit the strip, do a little bit of sightseeing, and look for food. In the beginning, I wasn't really exploratory with food. You know, I pretty much stuck with burger and fries. You know, I went to Shake Shack, I think, on the first day. Then I went to Crack Shack the 2 following days. I was doing OMAD for the first, until my birthday. So like what, the first 3-4 days? My birthday is the next day. So this is the night before my birthday. I had class all day. I walked the strip. I think I did like 6 miles of walking this day. Just walking the strip alone. Now it's birthday, boy. December 14. So I decided that I wanted to spend my birthday food crawling. Vegas has a lot of spots with famous chefs. So the first spot I wanted to try was Egg Slut. Egg Slut opens at 7 a.m. I believe, and there's always a line. I tried to go there around, I think it was like 10 or 11 the previous day. The line had to be at least 100 people. The line like wraps all around the mall. Inside the mall though, it's crazy. So I figured, all right, I'll be the first one there. Other people had the same idea. You'll see soon. It's like a 1 mile walk. Finally almost there. Voila, we're at Egg Slut. You see the line. It's already a line. They just opened at the time I got there. The line was probably at least 20, 30 people. But finally I made it inside. I was waiting for my food. I ordered 2 sandwiches, the Fairfax and the the sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. Now, the Fairfax. Overall, I was not impressed. I actually thought the sandwich was lousy. It had as big as it is, everything is just soft. There's like no texture. Everything just is like gooey. I was not impressed at all. And it's like, how hard is it to make a breakfast sandwich that bangs? You see the lines, you see the reviews, you think, oh, it's got to be good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I tried 2 different sandwiches. Even the hash brown, they did rosemary and truffle. The hash brown's like, yo, just make a simple hash brown with salt. That it doesn't taste good. The way that they made it, it just didn't taste good. So I was very disappointed. But I wanted to try out Egg Slut for a long time, and they don't have it here on the DC area that I know of. So Vegas was an opportunity to try In-N-Out Burger, Crack Shack, Egg Slut, Momofuku, which I'll go to next. Yeah, a few other spots. The orange juice bang though. Like that orange juice is very good. But I mean, you know what juice really is. So
That's how you blow $35 in 5 minutes or nothing.
Growing up, I always thought of casinos as like this place with a bunch of live games. But most of the casinos is virtual. And this was the highlight of my birthday, was that I passed my exam. This is the second highlight of my birthday, Momofuku. I would say, if I was to give it a rating out of 10, the dishes I tried, if I was to do one round score, I would say 9 out of 10. The first dish and the last dish, were great. So the ramen And the last dish was the pork buns. The dish I ate in the middle, the ribs, or I don't know what they call it, slow braised something. Short ribs, yeah, short ribs. It wasn't good. It was decent, but it wasn't like, oh my God, you know. But the pork buns was so good, I got 2 orders of it at the end. It looks real good, and it was decent. But if that was the only thing I ordered, I would have been very disappointed. One thing I did like was that they used the real pepper that was actually hot, and it really did add to the dish. So one thing I noticed about fancier restaurants is that nothing on the plate is just by nothing is random on the plate. Everything goes together. The sauce goes with the meat, which goes with the pepper. So because of the combination and how it worked, I would say it was actually a good dish, but just in general, it's not memorable, you know. But everything was well cooked and well put together, well thought out. I respect it. Yeah, so this was my favorite dish. This is probably my second favorite dish I had in Vegas. This pork bun. That's a pork belly in the middle. And that thing was just crazy good. The texture, just everything. It was perfect. 10 out of 10. The second favorite dish I had in Vegas was probably the Wagyu beef sashimi. And the dessert I had at Morimoto, the one that they flamed up. All right, so this is birthday night. So I already went to Egg Slut. I passed my certification. Then I went to Momofuku. And now it's time for Topgolf. I actually had a lot of fun at Topgolf because I found a bunch of Brazilians. And they were mad cool, you know. We exchanged contact info, everything. They were cool-ass guys that I found. And we had lots of fun playing Topgolf together. There's an interesting story that happened. I'll just say it in brief. There was another group of guys that came in to our booth, and they were just sitting there, and I kind of felt bad, so I told them, do they want to join us? They said, yeah. So at first I was putting their names in with them and everything, and I figured, you know, they can handle that themselves. So when I stepped back, you know what they did? They erased all of our names, and they started a game, just them. It was like 5 guys. It was crazy. But, you know, I was just chilling. It's my birthday night. It was a good vibe. You know, I let them play their 1-hour game, and then we got back on. So it was cool. It's whatever. It happens. And I wasn't trying to make a scene or call out race, because they're definitely a different race. The craziest thing is that as I told them come play with us and everything, they didn't exchange any words with me. They didn't like talk with me, converse with me, joke around and play with me, ask me, who do you work for? And like, they didn't converse with me. And all I could think was race. You know, the older I get, the more I see race. Golfing and bowling are like the same to me. I just enjoy swinging, throwing. I don't really care about the score. If I knew how to be more accurate, I would, but I just find it fun in general. This is all the swag I got at the conference. It's a lot. Okay, I forgot. So this is my 3rd favorite place, but this is my favorite pizza of all time. This place is called Secret Pizza. It is not marked. It's not in the directory of the mall, like on any of the panels where you try to see what's there. You cannot find it. The only way you find it is you got to ask someone, where is it? Luckily, I saw a guy cleaning up that worked in the mall, and he told me where it was. I still had some trouble finding it, but I found it. And man, this pepperoni pizza is the greatest pizza I've ever had in my life. And because I was food crawling this day, this is the day after my birthday, because I plan to do a food crawl this day, I only got 2 slices. And I know only sounds crazy because they're huge slices, but after this, I still plan to go to Hattie B's, which was 1 floor down, and then Dirt Dog, which was across the street. Hattie B's is decent. I didn't get the hottest option because I plan on actually walking up to 10 miles this day. And I didn't want to have any like runny stomach or have to, you know, be running to the bathroom. So I figured for all the walking I was going to do, I can handle this amount of food. But Dirt Dog messed me up. I don't know how that place got good ratings, but the food, like, that's the worst hot dogs I had in my life. I can go and get ballpark hot dogs and even microwave them in paper towel, and they'll taste better than Dirt Dog. Hattie B sandwich, I mean, that's just a perfect looking sandwich. They got the golden crinkle fries. The fries weren't all that. I don't like the spice they put on the fries. But man, the sandwich was a pleasure. I wish I got the hottest option though. But you know, I had to do what I had to do. So I just finished Secret Pizza and Hattie B's. Now I'm making my way over to Dirt Dog, which is across the street. It's a bit hard to find, and I didn't really know what the establishment looked like, but it was definitely different than what I expected. I didn't do a whole lot of reading and reviewing, looking at food pictures and everything, but I don't normally eat hot dogs, so I said, let me just go ahead and just give it a shot, random. So here we go, Dirt Dog. I like that back wall, the Tupac. When I looked at this, I just kept looking at the bread and how much shit they put on this hot dog. And I was just like, how am I gonna pick this thing up? And I did have a hard time. And to me, that makes a difference, you know. It looks good presentation-wise, but it's so hard to actually hold that thing and eat it without making a big mess. I don't like that. It's not hard to make a proper hot dog bun, you know. But what they did was, it's funny though because the bread is actually the best part. They just toasted, you know, 2 particular types of bread toast, and that's the only thing that stood out. The topping sucked, the hot dog sucked. Good atmosphere and all that sort of stuff. Real Vegas vibe. They were talking crazy in that place.
I've never had a tip a stripper like that. 20,000 once, I did that shit for free.
You mean in Vegas?
Several actually.
Oh yeah, in Vegas, right?
LA,
LA too?
and in Vegas.
That's what's up, man.
I didn't even have strippers in my bed. It was fun. You only have to have 20,000 once. You just gotta be smooth with your tongue. You
gotta have game.
Cuddle them up a little bit, and you gotta get them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta have game, man.
So now I continue my sightseeing tour of Vegas. You know, there's just so much. You know, I knew I would take this strip walk. I just didn't know that my body wasn't prepared. I just wasn't thinking. So like halfway through my strip walk, like I don't know if it was my legs or my feet were kind of like shutting down, and I would have to keep taking like 1-minute breaks. But I wasn't going to completely stop because I knew if I completely stopped, I'd have to call a cab to go back. And I actually wanted to do the walk. You know, I wanted to walk the full strip, and I actually made it. I made it back. And this is another funny thing is that I had a reservation for Morimoto, right, which is my real official birthday dinner. Even though this is the day after my birthday, it was right after this walk, so I was trying to get back in time, and I made it back just in time to get changed, get dressed, and make it there. But I had to do some pit stops, like to check out this fountain. It's funny, I forgot the name of the hotel now. I want to say Bellagio. What's the name of this hotel? I forget the name, but I think it's the Bellagio. But this was really amazing. what I loved about Vegas was that the scenery is different. Morning, night, and day. You know, it's different. It just looks different, different vibes. You know, some parts are beautiful, some parts are, you know, interesting. But all in all, it's a nice walk. You know, it's like 8 mile round trip, front to back. Well, I guess it depends how much you go inside of places. I went inside of almost every building until my feet gave out. So at the end of the strip, like I didn't go inside of Treasure Island or the Venetian or the shops by the Venetian or Harrah's. I was just worn out. So this made my walk worth it because I wasn't really expecting this, but I saw a bunch of people waiting for like 5 to 15 minutes. I can't remember how long we were waiting, and then it finally started, and I was impressed. I'm not often impressed, but man, this is crazy, and it's free. It's like very romantic. It's definitely a place for all that. I was really impressed. So now that the show's over, you know, I go straight from my hotel, no more stopping. I need to make my reservation at Morimoto, the official birthday dinner. Now, my budget for this dinner was $500. Now, you might say, $500 for one meal? Are you crazy? Yes, I'm crazy about food. And I said, I'm only turning 35 once. My next milestone birthday is 39 or 40, so I will spare no expense. Each piece of that Wagyu sashimi is $20 a piece. And it was probably, it was the best thing I had in Vegas. This fish was more of a spectacle. But the craziest thing is, this is the first time I ever ate fish eyes. And fish eyes are definitely a delicacy. I don't know what made me try them, but they looked appetizing. And I ate that fish eye. The ice cream part of this dessert was so delicious, but everything really came together.
So chocolate fiery tarts. So we have vanilla marshmallow, chocolate cake, caramel cream.
This was the perfect dessert. The perfect, probably, I don't know. I don't even want to rank it. Look at that bill, $300. I gave him $60 cash tip, so I spent like $350. So the craziest thing is, guess what, guys? I decided I'm gonna book an earlier flight. I was supposed to leave the next morning. I'm gonna book an earlier flight and leave that same night. This was the same night I did that 8-mile strip walk. I did the food crawl. I had that birthday dinner. I had wine, alcohol for the first time in a year. And I got on that plane. And I did a connect flight from Minnesota to DC. They had to de-ice the plane, which took like 30 minutes to an hour. It's very interesting to watch it. I didn't have my camera out for the whole thing because I fell asleep and woke up and they were still doing it. But it's very interesting. I've never had to deal with this before. Great movie selection by Delta, and I like the in-flight Wi-Fi. You know, in-flight Wi-Fi enables you to still do texting and iMessaging and browse the web. Just can't do video. So all that green shit is this thing that guy in that truck sprayed on the wings of the plane to help de-ice it. I'm back in DC. Now, little do I know, I plan to do more birthday celebration in DC. I didn't know that's what I was coming back early for, honestly. But I got back to DC and I was just feeling 35, yo. And I said I want to enjoy my birthday weekend, you know. So this was a Friday flight. I land. I get back in town, you know, I unpack. I get back in town around like 12 p.m. Unpack, you know, shower, dress up, and I decide I want to go to Chima's Steakhouse, which is kind of like my annual tradition for my birthday. So here we are, finally at Chima's. Birthday dinner number 2, 3. Now I'm kind of excited at this point because all that food I ate in Vegas, I actually did not eat steak. You know? I didn't know I would miss it so much. So I'm going to tell y'all here now. I went to Chima's twice, back-to-back days. And then I went to Fogo twice, back-to-back days. The 4 days following my return to DC. The reason I ended up going to Fogo is because my second trip at Chima's was horrible. I got bad service. The waiter I had was just bad. It's the first time I ever had a bad waiter at Chima's. I actually ended up writing to their customer support. So they're going to have to do something for me. Because now, Fogo, they got my business.
That's enough.
Fogo's cheaper anyway. And it's closer. Fogo's a 20-minute drive. Chima's 40 to 50 minutes, depending on rush hour too. It can be longer. It's in Virginia. But I really enjoyed this meal. They gave me exactly what I wanted. I was the only customer in the restaurant for like the first 30 minutes. You know, so it's like they were just serving me. So it was the perfect experience. My waiter, during my first visit, recommended me good dessert and good wine. So I enjoyed the experience fully.
Perfect.
And I was really happy that I made the trip out here. This was the drink he recommended for me. I usually do not get fruity drinks, but I decided I wanted to try something different. So this birthday weekend, I tried a bunch of things I don't normally try. You see all those salads there? They had like beets and different type of salads, olives. I tried almost everything. Something that I don't normally do because the quality of Chima's food is so good. I'm like, if I eat it here, I might end up liking it, and I might decide that this is okay for me to even be cooking on my own. I think that's a good way to try something first time.
One more?
Yeah, just one more. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Enjoy.
Thank you.
So the drink was good. The dessert, this dessert right here was very good, and I wasn't expecting much from it. This is a creme brulee. My second trip to Chima's, I got the flange. I didn't like the flange, but the creme brulee was next level. I had so much good desserts my birthday weekend, I can't even rank them. You know, I can say the creme brulee was top 3, but it's like, you know, I ended up going to Cheesecake Factory, got 3 cakes from Cheesecake Factory. I actually didn't like them. I think my taste has developed. I got a cheesecake from Fogo that was very good. I got like a sponge cake. I think that was from Fogo. Yeah, that was very good. And then that dessert I got at Morimoto in Vegas was very good. I tried a lot of expensive wines. Wine is doing something weird in my mouth where it's like it dries out my mouth. So I didn't really get to enjoy the wine the way I normally do. And I kept buying more because I'm like, something ain't right. This shit ain't hitting like it's used to. Like, I'm getting the buzz, but the taste ain't there. Imagine spending $100 on a bottle of wine and you don't even really enjoy it. Yeah. This was the first bottle I bought into my house. I want to try some Casamigos. No comment. Yeah. We're going to say no comment.
Time to go to Chima's for number 2.
But let me tell you, I was lit from my birthday, from Wednesday to Wednesday the next week. Lit. Wine, tequila, and special drinks from restaurants. Lit. A perfect amount of litness though. No hangover, no drunkenness. Just lit.
Alright, so we going to Chima's for the encore, you know what I'm saying?
Now some of y'all probably wondering, like, bro, I thought you said you're not drinking no more.
Birthday weekend. My favorite steakhouse. I almost went to a Chima's like steakhouse in Vegas, but last minute I decided, nah, let me try something different. And I went to Morimoto's, which I tried a bunch of different dishes and I enjoyed. But now we getting back to what we do. Food, good food, quality.
Now, this is my second time in Chima's, right? I came the previous day. I got bad vibes this particular day. I don't know what happened. But even starting with the hostess, she didn't really greet me. Even when she was taking me to my table, she was walking too fast. She left me behind. You'll see a group of people walk in between us. It was very weird vibe. Like, she wasn't talking to me like, oh, let me take you to, like, it was very weird. So started with the hostess. And then I get my waiter. And I saw this waiter there the previous day. He seemed kind of like rough around the edges type of guy. But I don't judge people. Give me good service, no problem. The craziest thing, this salmon was probably the best thing I had at Chima's.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's probably the best thing I had at Chima's. The salmon of all things. Of course, the picanha was hitting too, though, but and the ribeye, but the salmon was just really good.
Medium rare, the fat part.
Medium rare.
Yeah, the fat part.
Look at how beautiful that steak looks.
Thank you.
I wanted the whole thing. One day when I go there, I'm gonna ask them for the whole thing and see if they do it. So here I go trying some leg of lamb. For some reason, they don't make their leg of lamb tasty. It's just not tasty. It's the jalapeno ribeye, very good. Look how fat that thing is. You see the fat on that thing?
Yeah.
This guy was nice. He gave me the whole thing. So the guachos, they did their thing. They always do their thing. You know, every now and then you get one or two guachos that are dickheads, but they do their thing. So I can't say Chima's gave me bad service all throughout, but definitely my waiter and the hostess. Now the issue I had with the waiter was that the waiter's stand is right behind me. It's literally right behind me. This guy for 30 minutes walked right past me, didn't ask me how I was doing, if I was okay, if I wanted anything to drink, nothing. He gave me a glass of tap water in the beginning and he didn't say anything to me. I then had to ask the guachos, can they bring me certain meats, and ask the guy that was bringing like bread to my table, that sort of thing. This is another issue I had with the waiter. This was the drink he recommended to me. This drink was just like a fruit drink. I didn't taste any alcohol in it. There was no cleverness in it. I didn't like it. Here goes my asshole waiter. Look at his shoes, man. Even look where he put my spoon. The presentation of this looks very nice. I guess you just kind of have to like this sort of taste and texture. But I wasn't really feeling it. Like, to keep it funky with you, I wasn't feeling it at all. I only ate like maybe 1/3 of it. I asked for my check and I got the fuck out of there, and I was pissed. I wasn't pissed. I shouldn't say I was pissed. I was pissed. I wasn't pissed. I just wasn't happy with Chima's. Imagine I've been there maybe up to almost 10 times. I never had a bad experience until this day, birthday weekend. So later that night, I decided to go to a spot called Sushi. Now they have excellent sushi, probably the highest quality in Maryland, DC region that I've personally tasted. That first sushi dish that I had, which was flamed salmon, I didn't enjoy it, but I really enjoyed this tuna, the fatty tuna. Very expensive though, but I enjoyed that fatty tuna. This was grilled sea bass, Chilean sea bass. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I just wasn't expecting that sort of presentation for fish, but everything on the dish went well together, and overall, I was happy. That was my main course. I was happy with it. That's where they prepare the sushi. It's always interesting watching that. It's very interesting to see how they take breaks in between preparation. The dude was literally sitting on the floor eating like a plate of rice at one point. I don't know if it was rice though. So this dish was a bunch of sushi I've never tried before. I'm calling it sushi, but what is this, nigiri? So one of them is an omelet. That one right there, the yellow one, is an omelet. The other one is liver, and the other one is amberjack fish. I never tried them before. All different tastes and textures. The only one I actually liked was the liver. The omelet wasn't worth it. It just looked nice. And the amberjack is just a different taste. But it reminded me a lot of shellfish, to be honest, which I don't eat anymore. But that's just kind of like what it reminded me of. I'm allergic. So when I was eating this, I kept saying, like, I hope this is really fish. This kind of tastes like shrimp or something. Now we assess the damage. Oh Lord. I cashed out on my birthday week, yo.
Every single night, we have to start valuing our men again. It's essential, especially our black men, because we go through so much in the day-to-day lifestyle on this earth, because we get it from all sides. So tonight we're going to address that. Again, women, your respect is essential as well, but let's just try to turn the table a little bit and look at the brothers right now. I am the dean of your nighttime radio, Dino Hanson, and this is the Love and R&B Lounge After Dark Talk. And on the way, music from Glenn Jones, because I'm just trying to show you the ways to find a good quality men, because they do still exist. Magic 102.3 and 92.7.
So I decided to cap off this night by going and catching the new Avatar film. You know, I think this was on release day. I went like at a late night showing. I think it was like 11:45 or something like that. We ain't get out till like 2:33 a.m. The movie was decent. I actually went to watch it 2 times. So I went this day and I went the following day. One of the reasons I went a second day was that Avatar is a movie that's all about graphics, right? And I wanted to see if it looks better in 3D, Dolby, or just standard. And of course it looked better in 3D Dolby. Avatar to me is one of those movies you got to see in the highest quality, IMAX or Dolby if you're doing AMC brand. It was incredible. The speakers were incredible. You felt it. You felt like you was really in the movie. I liked it. Alright, so as I continue my cash out, I can't even call it a birthday weekend or birthday week. Now it's like a birthday month. Big 35. I go on my shopping spree. You know? So I'm just looking for, you know, some gear for the winter. And I'm a bigger size now, so all the shit I had was for a smaller size. The winter is no joke. So I went out, bought some gear. Something that'll fit me between now and when I drop, let's say 30, 50 pounds. So this is just me, you know, checking myself out and all that sort of shit. And right next to where I went shopping, Pike and Rose, is Fogo de Chao. So because I was pissed at Chima's, I decided I'm giving Fogo my money. And their lunch is cheaper anyway, by 1/3. So I was actually thoroughly impressed with Fogo. This wasn't my first time going to Fogo. It wasn't my second time going to Fogo. I think this is my 3rd time ever going to Fogo. But my first 2 experiences were not memorable. But my last 2 experiences that I had this week were very memorable. And I'm happy I went. It was great. The atmosphere, the waiting staff, the front of the house, the host, perfection. Now, on my second visit, I didn't like how the manager was like watching me eat. It was kind of annoying. And for some reason, he was just standing there like right in front of me.
Take more.
He kept asking me if I want more bread. So I felt like he was trying to get me out.
Thank you.
I didn't like that experience. But it's possible that's just the way he is, and that's not how he was thinking. So I let it slide. It's like, bitch, if I'm paying you over $100 2 days in a row, like, why you treat me like that of all your guests? And you have open tables.
Thank you.
But I'm at an age and stage in my life where I call people out on their bullshit. So next time I go in there, I'm going to open my mouth and say something. I don't let shit slide anymore. I'm going to say it in a professional and a nice way. It's not like I'm trying to get a free meal or something. But if I'm paying $100,
Some more?
you know what I'm saying? The meal is $60.
It's all good.
I'm ordering wine. I'm ordering dessert. I'm paying like $90, and then I'm giving a tip. I'm paying like over $120. So if I'm paying that back to back, have the decency to let me eat in peace. Only thing you should be asking me is what type of meat I want. That's it. The waiters, they get that stuff right, and the waitresses. But the managers usually annoy me
Let me try that.
at these Brazilian steakhouses. They usually annoy the shit out of me. Even at Chima's, all the disservice I was getting on my second visit, the manager was literally attending to someone at the table right in front of me. It's like, it's as if he knew the person. Maybe he did. He was doing some particularly interesting things to prepare that table. Even every time the couple got up to go to the salad bar, that cake was a banger. So now I continue my shopping spree. I'm still undecided if my shopping spree is over. But now you guys get to see a little bit of what I bought, what I was looking for. Winter gear.
Birthday shopping, baby.
We gotta get icy, you know what I'm saying? 35, baby. So, I bought some, sweatpants, fleece. I really need some fleeces. I bought another hoodie. Uniqlo just makes the type of gear that I like. And I bought some ass wipes. Very funny.
All right, got a new pickup, you know what I'm saying? New shoe.
These are the birthday shoes I bought for myself. Sorry, I should say one of the birthday shoes I bought for myself. 'Cause I've been buying birthday shoes for the past 2
Air
months.
Max product. I'm an Air Max.
This is my third pair of Air Max
OG Air
97s
Max,
I bought in the past month. Technically fourth pair,
Those are.
but one of them didn't make it to me.
These are the metallic silver, blue Air Max 97 OGs. Even has an OG box. So, I'm fucking with that. You see that what I mean. This one, you see it has the navy blue all around the top. All right, so this thing's still 3M reflective fully, but they did some interesting things with that blue inside the sole, They kind of went like an aqua blue. I think they call it chlorine blue in the sole, but they went with a navy blue up top. So it's an interesting highlight. These are an original colorway from when this shoe just first dropped. I always stick with OG colorways. I don't know, it's just something about them for me. But I love the shoe. This wasn't a shoe I ever thought that I would buy. But when my birthday came around, I said, all right, I got the 97 metallic silver red, but I realized I'm probably not gonna wear them because they're OGs and I wanna keep them, When I say not wear them, I just mean like not every day. Whereas when I bought them, that's what I was thinking. So then I said, let me go ahead and get these. And it's crazy because I like these too. It's probably a similar thing where it's like, I don't know if I'm actually gonna wear them often. And one of the main reasons is, you see this bubble down here? All right, I don't walk in grass, I don't walk in dirt and all that sort of stuff. But I noticed that when I put my foot down in my car, I don't like vacuum my mats and shit. And it'll scuff up this bubble, it'll get dirty. And if I go too long without cleaning it, it'll be permanent damage. And I don't like messing up the air bubble because once the air bubble is cloudy, you can't get them back. Technically you can, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, another interesting thing. So I actually bought
the black red, the bread, Air Max 97 OGs, and they got stolen. So they never made it to my house. Honestly, when I look at the tracking, they never even made it out the warehouse. So, I mean, I don't know. So luckily, I bought these as well, like 3 days later. So the Grinch didn't totally steal Christmas, all right? Speaking of the Grinch, this was a cop on my actual birthday. In Las Vegas, there's a Stan store at Fashion Mall, and I went in there. That's the first time I ever seen an actual brick and mortar Stan store, and I found these two socks. Always try and get Stan's Grinch socks every year. They always do a different rendition. The ones that dropped 2021 last year, those are my favorites, but this ain't bad, you know? This ain't bad. I like the furriness of this, you know? It's like a furry feel. The rest of the sock is normal, you know, Stan's style with the ribbing for the foot. A nice little cuff pocket for the heel, and a nice toe box, you know? I love Stan socks. Then I got the Mark Simpson, you know. This joint is so dead. It's so vicious, you know. I love them. Got the furry top, man. It feels so good. Nice wool, you know. So, yeah. Got bang and bang. I end up eating a lot of pizza. I noticed that pizza is just great drunk food. It's just that vibe. I'm really not supposed to promote food on this channel, but you know, I'm trying not to be so extreme. I could do all of this and not record it and show it, but I like to be open and honest, and I'm not ashamed of this. You know, as long as I balance this all out, the next 3 months when I start this winter fast, you know, which technically will start ending today, 22nd. So yeah, I did a lot of shopping, and I decided, you know, I need to clean my house. See, my oven is dirty as hell. I haven't cleaned that oven since I moved into this apartment. I was the first person to ever live in the apartment I live in. So in between the cleaning, I did some eating, some drinking, some listening to some music, chilling. But this was an all-day job. It actually took two days. I had to keep spraying, cleaning. There's a lot of paper towels. Had to buy a special rag. There's a lot of work, but I do get some joy out of cleaning my shit. So, second pizza of the day. All done. Well, this is as far as I feel like going. That's my first time cleaning my oven in 6 years. Crazy. I didn't know you're supposed to clean them. Real shit. I did not know. I had to buy a few products to clean my oven, such as this joint. I've almost finished the bottle. It took me like 6 hours to clean my oven. You know, 2 hours a piece. I just kept going back, redoing it. Also had to buy a lot of dust sheets. Man, a lot of work. Well worth it though. It looks good now. I can eat out of that joint now. And the final piece, all the rackies, you know. Just put that back. You know. So this is my third movie in 3 days. You see, I'm really enjoying my birthday month, my big 35. I even got my house slippers on. And I went to go see Violent Night,
Another one.
which I enjoyed. It was a chill movie, you know, lighthearted movie. It's cool. So this is my second visit to Fogo. I won't say it's my last, but it should be my last. I mean, I really broke the bank this month. Because I had no budget. I said, fuck it, 35 once. I like them round numbers. Now, I'm going to keep grinding, you know. More certifications, more progression with my health and my wealth. The third best dessert, or maybe fourth. This cheesecake was excelente. I didn't finish. I only ate half of it because I was too stuffed. Now this was a late night walk, like 2 a.m. to go get some mixer for my tequila.
I'm about to sign up at Gold's Gym. Look at this shit. What the fuck? What's wrong with people, man? They fucked it up in every single way. That's the only guy I spend time cleaning up after some adults. Hopefully this ain't an adult.
Even though I know some of y'all be cheating, y'all don't be watching the whole video. It's a little surprise for y'all at the end, you know. Y'all get to catch some of my special dance moves. Very rare moment.
My body enjoys 2 per million, so it's hard to clear my system.
You know, I'm a selective exhibitionist as a Sagittarius born December 14.
I'm getting high and consistent, but you trying to show me different. Judging me for trying to whip it, I'm tired of the critics. But I can't cap, I ain't feel it, but this time I done did it. That dog didn't care who the rich is, I need to be admitted.
They don't know. And singing.
I'm 35 and I'm going crazy because I'm so happy, man. You know, I could have had a heart attack before 30. Like a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying? But I pushed through, I persevered, stuck to the plan, and I kept grinding. I'm still grinding, you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna quit. Even if I die, I'm gonna die trying, you feel me? Get rich and die trying. Lose weight or die trying. Beat obesity or die fucking trying, you feel me? Yeah!
Run that back, turbo. Yeah. Lot of here. That boy on his first strike, get him out of there. Rock him out the car, maybe drive himself, so I don't got the park. Upgrade my jewelry, my watch is up the par. We gon' hit the head and watch the body fall. I'm going ghost, I ain't taking no more calls.